Fine. So in the last class we discussed about the virtualization technology. What is meant by virtualization? What is meant by virtual machine? What is the difference between virtual machine and physical machines? Right? How to create, what and all softwares we will use to create the virtual machines, how to create the virtual machines, how to use Oracle VirtualBox, how to install Oracle VirtualBox, how to create a new VM in the Oracle VirtualBox, how to install operating system, right? Fine. So now in the morning session we just discussed, right, how to build a machine and also everything is ready now. So what we can do is now we have to connect to the server, right? So once this is completed, once the machine is ready, so what we can do, we have to first connect to the server. Then whatever prerequisites are there, like .NET framework, especially for SQL Server installation, .NET framework is a prerequisite. Prerequisite means it's mandatory. You should have .NET framework first. Okay, so .NET framework we have to install. So this also done by the Windows team only. We don't install any .NET related components or Windows related components. So Windows team generally after the server is built, they will have some post installation steps. So they are going to install some like antivirus software, some other softwares and .NET softwares kind of stuff. They are going to install it. Okay. So I'll show you how to install .NET framework and all. So before going to install .NET framework, first of all, you should know one very important thing, guys, which is connections. Okay. Connections. How to connect to the servers. How we will connect to the servers in the organization. What tools we are going to use to connect to the servers. What is this remote desktop connection? What is this VPN connection? How we are going to connect if you are working from office? How we are going to connect to the servers if you are working from home? All these things we'll explain now. After that, we'll configure the remote connections. Then we'll install .NET framework. Then finally we'll go with the SQL Server installation, guys. Okay, fine. Chalo. So let's select one diagram folders. Folders. This is fine. Okay. Open an existing diagram, not open an existing diagram, sorry. Create a new diagram. Okay. So blank diagram. Yes. So throughout our practice, I am going to use this tool only, okay, for our drawing, for the pictures and all, okay. Batch 47, right. Fine, guys. So generally, okay, so imagine this is the organization. Imagine this is the organization. Okay, imagine this is a TCS building, guys. Okay, this is a TCS building. So in the TCS, they are going to manage their own servers, right? Generally TCS or else any other companies, they will manage their own servers. Sometimes they are going to take the cloud support and all. So that's the different case. So imagine this is a TCS building. They are managing their own servers, guys. This is a TCS building. They are managing their own servers. Okay. So let me show you the servers and all. Okay. Server, Windows server. Right. Guys, we don't install anything in our office laptops. Okay, whatever things, whatever tools that we are going to use, those things only will be installed in our office laptops. Okay, SQL servers and all will be installed in some other servers, guys. Okay, like this, there are some external servers. So we'll install SQL servers in the external server. In the morning session, we created one server, right? One virtual machine, right? So in the organization also, Windows team will create virtual machines like this only. Each virtual machine is one Windows server. Each virtual machine is one Windows server. Each machine will have its own name and each machine will have its own IP address. Okay, each machine will have its own name and each machine will have its own IP address. So we can connect to the servers either by using name or by using the IP address, guys. We can connect to the servers either by using name or by using IP address. This machine will have 10.10.10.1, another machine 10.10.10.2, 3, 4, like that machine IP addresses will be there, or machine names also will be there. Okay, so like this it will be. So if customer is asking, the client, customer, user, end user, like some names are there, generally we'll call them like those who are providing business to us, we are going to call them as clients, those who are providing business to us. See, TCS, generally TCS don't have any business. What TCS will do, TCS will have some clients, some XYZ client. Imagine I'm a big aviation company, I am going to manufacture fighter jets, I'm going to manufacture, or else leave it, I'm a bank, imagine I'm a HDFC bank, I'm going to, like, I have lot of branches across the country, so I need one company to take care of my technology requirements and all. They have to manage the servers. See, HDFC bank means it's a big bank, right? Across the globe lot of branches are there. So I need one company that can maintain my data, that can maintain my applications, right? What HDFC will do, HDFC either they will deploy their own team, technical team, or HDFC will simply give the project to TCS or Infosys or any other service based companies. So TCS got an HDFC project, so now TCS responsibility is TCS has to maintain the servers of HDFC bank, TCS has to maintain the data of HDFC bank. So what TCS will do? TCS will create a separate domain for HDFC and TCS will create some servers for HDFC. So these are all not TCS servers, but on behalf of HDFC, HDFC give business to the TCS like a contractors, guys. Generally, we will have road contractors and all, right? So government will give work to a contractor. Contractor is going to build the road on behalf of the government, right? Contractor is going to build the roads on behalf of the government. Government cannot build the roads. Contractor will be there on behalf of government. This government will allocate some bids and all. The contractors will participate in the bids and they are going to won the bids and they are going to start the work and all, right? So contractors, government is not going to build the road on behalf of government, this contractor is going to build the road. In the same way, the client, on behalf of client, TCS is going to manage the servers. Like that, TCS will have hundreds and thousands of clients, guys. TCS will have hundreds and thousands of clients. Lot of projects it's handling, right? TCS, Infosys, Wipro, Accenture, these are all service based companies. So what TCS will do, on behalf of HDFC, TCS will build servers for HDFC. Okay, so for example, HDFC, our client is now HDFC. So if you selected for TCS, you have to work for their clients, either HDFC or ICICI or Boeing or some other companies. So you have to work for that particular client. Now client came to you, hey Shiv Prasad, can you please create a server? I want a SQL Server 2017 installation. Can you please do it for me? They will raise a request in the ticketing tool. Then what you have to do, like of course as discussed in the morning session, the ticket first it will goes to which team, guys? VM team. VM team will build a virtual machine like this. They are going to build a virtual machine like this. Then they are going to install one Windows Server operating system. Right? They are going to install one Windows Server operating system. Then whatever prerequisite softwares are there like .NET framework and all, they are going to install the softwares in the particular server. Once everything is ready, now this is ready for SQL Server installation. Now you have to connect to the server and you have to install the SQL server in that. Okay, so now imagine this is your laptop. What if we are doing work from office? What if you are doing work from home? If you are doing work from office, how to connect to the servers? If you are doing work from home, how to connect to the servers? Let's discuss, guys. Imagine this is a TCS Bangalore office. So if you are doing work from office, of course you will go to TCS Bangalore building, right? So this is your laptop. So once you go to TCS building, what you are going to do, guys? Imagine this is your laptop. Okay, so now you are in TCS building. Even servers also in TCS building. Your laptop and your server both are in same network. Okay, your laptop and your server both are in same network. So you can connect normally, no need to use extra tools and all. Imagine this is you means user. Okay, now you just jumped into the TCS building in the Bangalore. Okay, now you just logged into your laptop. Then by using one tool called RDP, Remote Desktop Protocol, or RDC, Remote Desktop Connections. By using this tool you can connect to any of the servers, guys. Okay, so what you have to do, in your laptop you have to type RDP. In your laptop you have to type RDP, right? You will type RDP in your laptop, guys. You will type RDP in your laptop. So like this kind of tool will open. This is the RDP tool, remote desktop connection, where you are going to type it in your local laptop, in your office laptop. You will simply type RDP. Okay, so you will get this tool on the top with a blue screen, a computer with a blue screen. Now it will ask you, hey, to which machine you want me to connect? You have to give the IP address. So what is this machine? I want to connect to this server. I want to install SQL server in this machine. I want to connect to this server. So what is the IP address of this machine? 10.10.10.1. So you will give the IP address, or you can give the server name also. You can give server name or IP address you can give, and you can click on connect button. Guys, is this clear, everyone? Any questions here?
No, sir.
Clear.
Are we good, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Fine.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah, fine. So now, what in case if we are doing work from home? Imagine this is your home. Okay, this is your home. Where is my home? Yeah, here it is. Okay, this is your home, guys. Now you are doing work from home. Right, so now you are doing work from home. This is your laptop. Okay, laptop. Fine, now this is your laptop. Okay, so now you want to connect to the office, guys. How you are going to connect to the office? Okay, so if you are doing work from home, you have to, why? Because earlier we don't need to use any other third party tools to connect to the servers. Only you have to use that RDP tool only to connect to the servers. So RDP is a tool to connect to the servers, guys. Once your work is done, you can come out from the RDP. Okay, so now you are doing work from home, right? So now you will connect to one internet. Okay, so now you will connect to one internet. What is that? Router and modem, right? Modem, let me check this. Yes, so now you will connect to your router, guys. Okay, now your laptop is connected to one router. So your laptop is connected to this router. Imagine you are using some Airtel or Hathway or Act internet, whatever it is. Okay, so this is your router. You will connect to the internet. Fine, so now your laptop is connected to the internet, guys. Right, now I want to connect to the servers. This is one network, this is another network. All your servers are in different network. Your laptop is in different network. Earlier your laptop is in office network only. Now your laptop is outside the office, so your laptop is in different network. Right, in the office you will connect to the office Wi-Fi internet. So all are in same network, no issues. But in your home, you will connect your Wi-Fi, your home Wi-Fi. So this is one internet. Imagine this is a Airtel broadband, and this is they are using some other internets, guys. They are using, yes, Joy. Okay. So this they are using some other internet. Don't know what internet they are using. So this is a different network. This is a different network. To bridge between these two networks, we will use one software called VPN. Okay. So to bridge between the networks, we'll use one software called VPN software, virtual private network software. So we have different VPN softwares, guys. Using this VPN software, you will first connect to the office network. Using this VPN software, first you will connect to the office network. So once you connected to the office network, then you can happily connect to the servers. Okay, like you can use your MSTSC tool or RDP tool to connect to the office network. So nothing to worry about this VPN. How to install VPN, who will install VPN, that Windows team will take care of it. So no need to install, even no need to connect to VPN also. Sometimes some software, see, we have some VPN softwares, guys. Can anyone tell me what are the VPN softwares in the market?
Sir, Global Protect,
Very good. Global Protect,
Cisco VPN.
Cisco AnyConnect. Okay, these are all different VPNs, guys. So once you just connect it, once your laptop is connected to the internet, here this is a toolbox, right? So here generally, if it is connected to any VPN, you can see VPN softwares like Global Protect, Cisco AnyConnect. So like this VPN softwares you can see here. Sometimes your VPN software will be connected automatically when you turn on the laptop. Sometimes it is not going to connect, you have to connect it manually for the security reasons and all. Sir, why we have to discuss all these things? Without knowing these things also people lost their jobs. That's why we have to cover these things. Yes, you people are experienced, some of you are experienced, you know all these things, but those who are very new to IT industry, they should know these things. Sometimes your manager will ping you in the Teams, hey, can you please connect to the servers? He might ask you to share the screen, hey, please connect to the servers. You don't know how to connect to the servers. Okay, somehow you know you can use MSTSC tool, but what is the problem? You haven't connected to the VPN itself. If you don't connect to the VPN, how come there is a connection between your home internet and your particular office network? So first you have to connect to VPN. Check whether the VPN is connected automatically or not. If not, connect to VPN first. Then you can use this tool. So extra tool that you have to use if you are doing work from home is VPN. Some organizations will use Global Protect as a VPN software. Some organizations will use Cisco AnyConnect as a VPN software. So like this we have different VPN softwares are there. So make sure you don't miss this very important step. Then if you're unable to connect to the server, then your manager will ask, have you connected to the VPN? Sir, how to connect to VPN? If you ask like that, that's it, that's your last day in the organization. So don't do these kind of silly mistakes, guys. No one will explain these things, very sensitive information. Okay, so this is very important. So you should know, first you have to connect to the VPN. In case if you are doing work from home, if you are doing work from office, no issues, you can directly log into your particular laptop. Of course your office laptop and your servers are in same network, you can directly connect to the servers. So now we can connect to the servers remotely. Okay, you can connect, your team can connect, anyone can connect, those who are having permissions. Okay, but not like direct. So you have to go in this way. Okay, you have to go in this way, then you can connect to either of the servers. If you have permissions, you can connect to all of the servers. Based on the permissions, you can connect to a limited servers and all. Fine. So is it clear, guys, how we will connect to the servers in the organization? Is it clear?
Clear.
Fine. So now
So
what
VPN is
yes, yes.
VPN is mandatory.
Yes, VPN is
like
mandatory if you are doing work from home.
okay.
Yeah, without VPN you cannot connect to the office network.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Fine. So now we just created server, right? In the morning we just configured the server, right? Now we haven't configured the remote connections. So now what I am doing, guys, this is my laptop. I have created one server. I am going to connect to this server using remote connections. Okay, this is my laptop. This is the server I created using Oracle VirtualBox. I'll connect to the server, either of the servers, by using the remote desktop connection tool, guys. Okay, for that, before connecting to the server, first of all I have to enable some remote connections. Sir, who will do these steps in the organization? Your network team will do all these things. Okay, but for in our training, we are the network team, we are the storage team, we are the Windows team, we are the Wintel team, we are the VM team, everything. Okay, so first in the morning class we just configure the server, right? So once you just logged into the server, you will get a pop-up like this, yes or no pop-up. Make sure you select yes only, guys, don't choose no, so that it will connect the internet. So now in our case, my laptop is going to connect to the server using internet, guys. Means my server and my laptop both are connected to a same internet. My laptop, this one, and my server, this one. Oh, sorry, not this one, this is the tool. This one means I have two computers, guys. Now you can see two computers. One is my physical laptop, this one. Another one is my virtual machine, this one. Okay, now I am connecting from my physical machine to virtual machine using RDP. Okay, I am connecting to my virtual machine from my physical machine using remote desktop protocol tool, right? So once I logged into the server, I can see the screen. This is a server manager. You can close it. Okay, whenever you want, if you want to open, you can see on the taskbar. See, two Windows buttons are there. This is the server Windows button, guys. You can see this is Windows Server 2012. Okay, this is Windows Server 2012, right? Windows Server 2012 R2. And this is my local laptop Windows button, my laptop where I am sharing the screen and all. Fine. So now first what I have to do, I have to first enable the remote connections, right? To enable the remote connections, I have to do two steps. What are those two steps? Go to virtual machine, log into virtual machine, batch 47 virtual machine, right? Log into virtual machine. Yes, I just logged into virtual machine. Then open run. Okay, how to open run? In the server, right click, run you can use, or Windows R you can use. Type ncpa.cpl. I'm enabling remote connections, guys. Don't worry, these steps will be done by the Windows team or network team in the organization, so please don't worry. Okay, so we are setting up the real-time environment. So go to Ethernet adapter properties, go to IPv4. You can see, right, IPv4, double click on this. Here what you can do, guys, obtain an IP address automatically. Don't change anything here as of now. Don't change anything here, keep it as it is. Okay, after that one IP address will be here. We have already, make sure we have this option, obtain an IP address automatically. Make sure this option is selected or not. That's it. Just click cancel. Now we are not going to do anything here. Now go to this PC properties, click on this Windows button. This is this PC. Go to this PC properties, select the remote settings, select allow remote connections to this computer, select the second option, click OK. Now apply. Remember this option, sometimes this will work if you select this, sometimes it won't work if you select this. So remember this option. Again we'll come back to the screen, apply and OK. One setting is completed. What is the next setting? Go to Oracle VirtualBox Manager. This is the machine, right, that is running currently. Go to settings of this machine, right click, settings. Now go to network section. Here choose bridged adapter, keep it as it is, click on this advanced, select allow all button, click OK. Those two connections settings are enabled, guys. Now I can connect to the server remotely. So if I want to connect, so once you just enabled it, again you will get yes or no pop-up. Click yes, always you have to click yes. Fine. So now I want to connect to the server remotely. So how can I connect to the server remotely, guys? Tell me how to connect to the servers remotely. From my local laptop, I have to type RDP. You will get this screen. Click here, type, select that option. Now what you have to give here, guys? What you have to give here? Here
IP address.
IP
IP
address.
address of
Which IP
Windows
address you have to give? Which IP address you have to give?
Windows Server.
Windows
Windows
server means
server
batch,
address.
yeah, batch 47, right? So how to find the IP address of this machine?
Go to command prompt, ping.
Okay, very good. So how to open command prompt? Right click on this Windows button, run cmd. Okay, fine. Now we have a command called ipconfig.
Config
Okay,
-t.
yeah, ipconfig is enough. So what is the IP address, guys? Check IPv4 address. 192.168.1.10. So go to your local laptop. Now type 192.168.1.10. Right? Fine. Just click connect button. Connect. I'll got the now you will get the pop-up, guys. Okay, so it is saying something like remote access to the server is not enabled. Let me check why we are getting this. Okay, now what we can do, let me check why we are not getting internet. Limited connections. You should get internet actually to this server. Using internet only I can access remotely. Okay, fine. What I can do now, let me restart this machine, guys. Okay, let me restart this server. Since morning I haven't restarted. Let me restart. Let's check. Okay, if not, we'll change the connections again. I'm restarting my server. Okay. Right, now I want to log into this machine. How can I log in, guys? Don't use Control Alt Delete. Okay, if you use Control Alt Delete, your laptop will be locked. Again, you have to give the password to unlock. So you can use two options. One is select this input button, keyboard, insert Control Alt Delete. Like this you can do, or else use right control. Actually, you can see two control keys on your keyboard. One is on left side, second one is on right side, near arrow keys. Just control plus delete, that to right control. Just right control plus delete, only two keys, right control plus delete. You will get this admin screen. Just give the password. After installation we gave one password, right? Strong password. That password you have to give to log into the machine.
Sean, just a quick question. This is kind of new for me. Right control and delete. Is it just only the command for the servers?
No, in the server.
Like to get to the window?
Yes.
Because I thought like both controls does the same
only right
same
control
response.
for virtual machines. Okay, built by Oracle VirtualBox, you have to use right control plus delete only. You cannot use left control plus delete. Still, if you have any confusion, use this GUI option: input, keyboard, and insert Control Alt Delete. Now, if I click on it, the computer will be locked. If I click on it again, you can see it was locked. Like this, you can see.
So is it only for Oracle VirtualBox, or is it standard for all those other VMs as well?
Correct. See, nothing to worry here. Generally, we don't use these keys in the organization. We don't have direct connection, right, to give Control Alt Delete in the organization. So, of course, you are going to use RDP only. So, in the organization, we don't check, guys. Don't think we are going to connect to the servers like by checking IP address and all. You will know the IP address of the machines. You will have a document of the IP address of the machines. Okay, or else for example, there is an issue with one server. They will raise a ticket, so and so server, there is an issue. Okay, something is not working. So in that ticket, they have to include server name or IP address. So now I don't know what is the IP address of this machine. That's why I just logged into the machine directly and I just checked the IP address. But in the organization, IP address is fixed already. Okay. So what you have to do in the organization, once you go to the office or once you connected to the office network, simply you have to do RDP and then you have to open the remote desktop connection tool and then you have to give IP address 192.168.1.10. Then you have to hit enter. Then you will get the pop-up, okay, like username and password it will ask. So in that way you will connect. Now I don't know what is the IP address of that machine, so that's why I connected to the server directly. In the organization, you don't get chance to connect to the server directly. Clear, Joy? Yes, yes, we have inventory of servers with IP addresses and all. So let me check why I'm unable to connect to the server. I'm still unable to connect to the server. Let me go to settings and let me go to network. Let me change this adapter. Wi-Fi direct adapter 2. Let me click OK. We'll see whether it is going to work or not. Done. From here, then let's see whether it is going to work or not. It should work actually. Not sure what happened. Generally, I'll use the same connections for every batch. Yeah, just click yes whenever you get the pop-up. Just click yes. We'll see. So let's check the IP address. CMD. Let's check the IP address. Sometimes it will change for our virtual machines, not in the organization. 192, 168, 137.
Sir, Adya. Sir, Adya. Adya. Adya, open up the TV, I think so.
Sorry, what happened?
Your daughter open up the TV volume.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, getting any disturbance, guys? Are you getting any disturbance from my side? Okay, fine.
No, Samo.
Okay, fine. So let me check with this IP address whether I'm able to connect or not. Let's see. 192.168.137.107. Yes, now it is allowing me. Okay, so the IP address is changed, guys. That's why it is not allowing me earlier. So just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. ఎందుకంటే ఇది మూవ్ అయితేనే వస్తుంది, ఇది నాకు కొత్తగా వస్తుంది కదా. అదే అదే. అంత కష్టపడి నువ్వు right. Okay, sorry guys. Fine. So now you can see, right, I am able to connect with the new IP address. So now it is asking username. What is the username, guys? The server
Administrator.
username. Yeah, the server username. So what is the server username? Administrator. ADMINISTRATOR. What is the password? While creating this machine, I gave one strong password, right? I asked you to remember the password. That password you have to give. 1 2 3. That's it. So now you will get this error, guys. Generally people will get this error, cred ssp error. This is cred ssp error. To fix this we have a solution. What is the solution? Again, go to the server, go to this PC, go to this PC properties, go to remote settings. Here uncheck this second box, just uncheck the second box and apply and okay. Okay, fine. Now what we have to do, guys, make sure whether the same IP address is there or not. Use up arrow, you will get the same command again, hit enter. So IP address is not changed, right? So now go to this RDP. So now type the IP address 192.168.137.107. Now click connect again. Now again give the administrator. First time you have to give the username. After successful connection, no need to give the username, you have to simply give the password. Now you will get this kind of yes or no screen. Click yes, guys, that's it. So in this way you can connect to the servers remotely in the organization. This is the server, guys. You can see this blue bar, right? So this is the server. You can see, right, it is going to load. Now it is showing like a black screen. Yeah, now the server is loaded. So in this way we'll connect to the servers in the organization. Simply once you are in the organization, or once you connected to the organization network, you have to imagine you know the server IP address. Forget about all these things whatever we discussed. Now I know the server IP address. What is the server IP address? 192.168.137.107. So simply you will open RDP connection, RDP, and you will type the IP address 192.168.137 or 107, whatever IP address you want to connect. You will simply click connect button. After that you will be prompted with the username and password. Just now we got that screen, right? You will be prompted with username and password. You have to give the company will create a separate credentials for you, guys. You don't use administrator and the password. Company will create a separate credentials for you, so you will use those credentials to connect to the servers. Is it clear? Any issues, any doubts here, please? How to connect to the servers remotely?
So in office directly we can connect, right?
Yes, directly we
To
can
RDP.
directly you can connect. You see, even though you are going to the office, you are going to connect to the servers like this only, but extra setup VPN you don't need. In the office
Yeah.
you don't need VPN. In the work from home you have to use VPN. You have to first connect to VPN, then the same process, office or work from home, the way that you are connecting to the servers are same. But if you are doing work from home, you have to first connect to the VPN, then same process you have to follow. If you are doing work from office, directly open RDP and directly connect to the servers, guys. That's it.
Okay.
Any questions here, please? Joy, any questions?
No, sir. Perfect.
Fine. Okay, right. So now what we are going to do, now we are connected to the server side. So this is our server, right? This is how it look like in the organization. This is the server bar. Okay, so Here you can see server name or server IP address. This is the minimize button. If you minimize, you can see my local laptop. If you minimize the server, you can see my local laptop. Okay. And if you maximize the server, you can see the server again. There are actually two computers, guys. One is my local laptop, this one. Okay. And another one is another computer, like another server, this one. This is like resize the server. Resize means you can adjust the size of the machine. And this is the close button. If you close it, server will be closed, guys. It won't be shut down. Don't worry, if you close it, nothing will happen. If you close it, the server will be disconnected. Never ever shut down the server. Okay, I have some work, I'll take the backup of the database, then I'll shut down the server. No, you are not supposed to shut down the server. Shut
So
down.
we'll close the RDP session, right?
Yes, you
RDP
can.
session to the
Correct.
server itself.
Yes,
Okay.
you can disconnect. Generally, you can disconnect like this. Click OK, or a safe connection means right click log off. I mean, like Windows run, you have to open the run and you have to type log off. Just hit enter. Now you will be disconnected from the server. This is the safest method.
How to shut down the server?
I'll show you, but never ever shut down the server. If you shut down the server, that will be your last day in the organization.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, you cannot shut down the server. Why? Because servers has to be run up and running by 24/7 by 365 days. Servers has to run. If server is shut down, the SQL server will be down. If SQL server is down, as discussed
Production down.
Yes, yesterday, as per 3-tier architecture, the application will be down. Okay, all the servers in the 3-tier architecture should be up and running. Web server should be up and running, application server should be up and running, and your database server should be up and running. Then only users can connect to amazon.com or users can connect to any application. If either of the servers are down, if the network is down between the servers, your application will be down. If your application is down, it's a big problem, guys. Very big problem. So never ever shut down the servers. Your work is completed, log off from the server or disconnect from the server. Now I want to connect to the server again. This is how you will do it in the organization, guys. Now you know the server IP address. What is the server IP address? 192.168.137.107. Huh? So you will simply open, you will simply open MSTS is the shortcut to open RDP. 192.168.137.107. Click connect. Now that particular organization will give you separate account for you. So click on more choices, use different account, use that separate account. They will give you a separate account, right? Use that separate account. In my case, the separate account is administrator and I'm using the password. That's it. You will get yes or no pop-up. Click yes. Then again you can connect to the server. If someone shut down the server, no one can connect to the servers, guys.
Yeah. So Sean, anybody else are RDPing to the server, to this server right now? Because I tried at my end with the RDPN with the same IP address. So I'm getting
You cannot connect. Why? Because I'm in my network. The one that we have discussed just now, right? VPN. If you and me having VPN connection,
same
you can
VPN.
connect. Yes.
Yeah.
If we both are in same network, then you can connect to this server.
Oh, okay.
You are connected to different internet. I am connected to different internet. There is no bridge between two internets. So you cannot connect to this server. If there is a bridge between two internets using VPN software, you can connect to this server.
Correct. So on this scenario, like as you mentioned earlier, if you're in the office, the VPN doesn't play.
Correct.
But if you're working remotely, so you have to establish the virtual private network connection first to stay in the same network, then you RDP into the server.
Exactly. Yes, guys, is it clear? So either you can do close connections. Okay, generally this is not the good way, but for example, there is a difference between disconnect and log off. I'll explain it later. At this moment you cannot understand. So if you close it, whatever things are running in the server, it will run it automatically. If you log off, all the sessions will be closed, guys. Again, I am going to connect to the server. Click on this button. Again, connect. So already I connected to the server using administrator, guys. This time I will only give the password 123 and then yes or no. Click yes again, so I can connect to the server again. So close button means it's not going to shut down the server. It's going to disconnect your connection. That's it. Close button. Log off means it will cancel all the actions that you are doing and it will log off from your server. This is the shutdown button. Okay, you can see, right? Shutdown. Someone asked how to shut down the server. This is how you can do it. Click on Windows button, power button, shutdown. If you want to restart, restart. If you want to disconnect, disconnect. Clear, guys? Are we good? Now let me tell you the challenges with the RDP in our scenario. In our practice scenario, let me tell you some challenges. So what are the challenges we have? If you want to connect to the servers from your laptop using RDP, you should satisfy the below conditions. One, you should have Windows 10 Pro operating system. Where to check? My laptop version MS Info 32. Type your open run in your local laptop, type MS Info 32. You can see here my laptop version is Windows 10 Pro, so I can use RDP connections. Second, you should have internet. Your server and your laptop both are going to connect with the same internet, so that's why you can connect to the server remotely. If you don't have internet connection, then you cannot connect to the server remotely, so you cannot use RDP. Especially in our practice, I am not saying organizational practices, I am saying in our practice, sometimes people will ping me, sir, I am unable to connect to the RDP, I am unable to RDP to my server. What happened? He hasn't connected to the internet itself, so how can he connect to the server using RDP? So you should have internet. Okay, third one is the IP address is going to change regularly, not in the organization. Again, I'm saying in the organization fixed IP address will be there, a static IP will be there, but this is the dynamic IP which will change regularly. So now if you connected to this internet, you will get this IP. Tomorrow you went to your friend's home, there you are practicing, this IP address will be changed. So every time you have to check what is the current IP address, and you have to, while connecting to the server, you have to give that correct IP address, guys. These three are challenges to connect to the server remotely, guys. Is it clear? So in case if you are unable to connect to the server RDP through RDP, either you don't have Windows 10 Pro, or you don't have internet, or the IP address is changed. Just now I got an error, right? Before connecting to the server, I got an error. What is the problem? IP address is changed. So now again I just logged into the server directly and I checked what is the current IP address, and I just connected using the correct IP address, guys.
So Sean, if the IP address is changed when the dynamic IP address is constantly changing as it's not static, how do we know?
That's what we have to, in the organization this is not going to happen. In your practice only this will happen. So
Yeah, but
what we have
I'm
to do,
talking about the practice. Like
yes,
we ping you, then you have to let us know, right?
correct. No. So here you have to start the VM, right? Before practicing, you will start the VM, right? So after starting the VM, you will connect to the server directly. You will
Oh,
jump into the server directly, then you will check the IP address of the server. Then you can connect to the server remotely by using the current IP address. Got the point?
yeah.
So that's why sometimes you have to log into the server directly and then you have to check the IP address. Once you check the IP address, then you can connect to the server remotely using that particular IP address. Sir, RDP is mandatory? No, not mandatory. Just to show you the real-time environment RDP. I just shown you the RDP connections and all, but RDP is not mandatory, guys. If you are unable to connect to the server RDP, you can still directly work with the server, log into the machine directly. Just use Control plus Delete, give the password, log into the machine. You can still see the same screen, but you cannot see the big screen. You will see small screen when compared to RDP screen. The same server. This is a direct connection. This is an RDP connection. And one more thing, if I connect to the server directly, your RDP connection will be closed like this. If you connect to the server remotely, your direct connection will be locked. Okay, so now again let me connect to the server remotely. See, this is my direct connection, right? I am connecting to the server directly remotely. Now again this direct connection will be locked. See, if I click yes, this will be locked. But don't worry, guys, nothing to worry, nothing to worry. Whatever we discussed, this is extra subject. This we are not going to use in the organization. Okay, nothing to worry. 1 minute, let me minimize this IP address, this command prompt. Yeah. Clear, guys? Any questions, any doubts here, please? Is it clear how to connect to the servers remotely?
Yes, sir, it is clear.
Okay. One minute, guys. Just 1 minute.
Shanmugh, one question.
Yes, please.
Shanmugh, every time when we connect to the server, it is there is one pop-up is coming, right? You are giving
yes,
or no.
yes or no. Yeah.
So can we permanently disable that?
Yes,
pop-up,
yes. You can
right?
do that. You can do that. Yeah. You
Okay.
can do that. You can just simply select one button. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Don't
next
show
time
me.
onwards, it don't show me that button. Next time onwards, it don't ask you.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions, guys? Guys, one more thing. Who is this Sai Mahesh? Sri Mahesh. Sri Mahesh, can you please ping me from your WhatsApp number? Yeah.
This is Sri Mahesh.
Okay.
Evening, I made a call to you about the videos and section that.
Oh, okay. Just ping me hi. Okay, I can recollect.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. Thank you, Sri Mahesh. And okay, fine, guys. Right. So now we are ready. So now what we can do, we can directly install the .NET framework. Then we can jump into the SQL Server installation, guys. Okay. So how to install .NET framework? So here, once you logged into the server, you can see server manager. Okay. So this is the box. Okay. Server with a briefcase, right? This is the tool. Click on this. Server manager will open. Server manager is one tool. Using this tool, you can install softwares in the server, guys. Okay. Server manager is one tool. Using this tool, you can install softwares in the servers. So click on add roles and features button, go to next. It's very easy to install .NET framework. Next, select .NET framework and install. Next again, you can see .NET framework under feature section. Select .NET framework, expand this button, triangle, select all the features, add features, select this one. .NET framework 4.5 is already selected, you can see here, and 3.5 we just selected. Go to next. Here you have to select this second option, specify an alternate source. You have to give where is the source, where is the location of my software. Here the location will be in your D drive, guys. In your D drive, in the operating system. Okay, open here in the sources folder, here in the SXX folder, this path, in this path your software is there. .NET framework software will be there. You have to paste it here. Same path here, you can see, right? Here you can see E drive, but my operating system file is there in the D drive. So in place of E, you have to give D. Remaining everything is same as this. Okay, just give backslash, not required sometimes. Click OK and then install, guys. That's it. In this way you can install .NET framework. Now it is going to install .NET framework 2.0, 3.0, 3.5 and 4.5. .NET framework is mandatory for SQL Server installation. Sir, who will do this installation, .NET framework installation in the organization? Your Windows team will do this .NET framework installation in the organization, guys. Nothing to worry.
Sean, while it's downloading, may I ask a quick question?
It's not downloading actually, it's installing from the source.
Installing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
installing from the source into the server.
does it create any latency when we have like several individuals trying to RDP in or connect to a specific server?
Very good question. Very, very good question. Guys, only two persons can connect to the servers using RDP at a time. So if Joy and Sam is connected to this 107 server, Shiva cannot connect to this server. Why? Because when Shiva is trying to attempt the connection to this server, Shiva can see one screen called Joy and Sam are already connected to the server. Tell me which connection you want me to kill. So Shiva has to kill either Joy's connection or Sam's connection. So Shiva and Joy and Sam both are working on the server. How can Shiva can kill other sessions? So at a time you cannot connect. If two people are connected to the server remotely, third person cannot connect to the server remotely. Got the point, Sam?
So any other option, two and more person can connect?
We have admin connection, one more extra connection, admin port, that Windows
Okay.
team can connect. IP address slash admin you have to give, so that you can connect third connection. But okay, but the third connection will only work for the Windows team. So generally, if two people are already connected to the server, third person will get a pop-up like these two people are connected. Tell me which connection you want me to kill. If you kill Joey's connection, whatever Joey is doing, all the things will be closed, disconnected automatically. If you kill Sam's connection, whatever Sam is doing will be disconnected automatically from the server. So don't kill any
Yeah.
connection. In case if you want to connect, it is urgent, you're working on P1 ticket, then ping Sam or Joy. Hey Joy, we have to connect to the server. It's urgent for us. Then Joy will log off from the server. So you'll get one extra connection. You can log into that server.
If any way, I am asking, if we take such type of license that take
No.
more RDP.
No. There is no other way. That's the
Okay.
default behavior of the Windows machine.
Okay. Okay.
So installation is succeeded, guys. You can close this now.
Thank you.
Yep. So now we are ready, guys. We are ready to install the SQL server. So what we can do, guys, now take a break. Come back after 10 minutes. I cannot give you more time. Come back after 10 minutes. Then we'll start SQL server installation, which will be like 1.5 hour discussion. Okay. Fine. I'll be in mute, guys. Okay. We'll be back in 10 minutes.
Shanmugh, you pause the recording.
Okay, guys, I'm back. Fine. Mm-hmm. Sure, Wilson. Sure, sure. Okay, no problem. Sanjeev, recordings will be available. Okay, so I'm going to upload it to our channel. So nothing to worry about the recordings. Okay, so recordings will be available in our channel playlist. Okay, fine. Fine, guys.
Okay, sir.
Right, now we are good to start the SQL Server installation. So from this point onwards, as a SQL DBA, our role will start, guys. Our responsibilities will start from this point onwards. Once the machine is ready, okay, then they will update the same thing in the ticket, the Windows team. They are going to update it. So we have to periodically check the ticket. So what is the status and all. Once everything is ready, people, all the teams are going to update in the ticket, like whatever, like Windows team, network team, everything they are going to update in the ticket. Then finally we have to start DBA team. As a DBA team, we have to start our part. Okay, so now we are ready to install the SQL Server, right? So if I want to install the SQL Server, I should have a SQL Server software, right? So in the organization, all the softwares will kept in one shared location. In the organization, all the softwares will kept in one shared location, and you have to get that shared location from your colleagues. You have to ask your colleagues, hey, where will be the softwares and all. So they are going to provide you one shared path. So imagine this will be like this. The shared path will be, what you have to do, simply connect to the server, right click, go to run, then you have to give the shared path details. Imagine the shared path will be like this: 25 backslash SQL softwares backslash network shares, something like that it will be. So this kind of path will be there. You have to ask this path to your colleagues, so they are going to provide you the path. You can open that path. By connecting to that path, you can see the SQL server, SQL softwares, whatever versions are there, 2017, 2019, all the softwares you can see in that shared location. We don't have any shared path set up right now, so I'm going to copy the SQL Server software. How can I do that? So here, if you see in my C drive, this PC properties, this is my server, my computer. Okay, this is my server, this PC. So I have two drives. One is C drive, which was like we gave 25 GB, right? So you can see C drive with almost 25 GB, and a D drive. D drive means if you want to copy any softwares from local to the server, you can use this D drive. Actually, guys, do you remember after the VM creation, I went to the storage, and then I have selected the storage option here, and then I have selected Windows 2012 operating system. As I have selected this operating system, that's why I'm able to see the Windows Server software here in the D drive. See here, IR3 Now I am going to change this file. Anyhow, see, Windows Server installation is done, right? Now I don't want Windows Server file. Now I want SQL Server file. Select the same file. Now change the file to SQL Server ISO image. Earlier it is Windows Server. Now I want to install SQL Server, right? So I'm going to change the file from Windows to SQL. So I'm going to select my SQL Server. Select this option. So you can see the softwares. Once you got the softwares links, you can download it, you can keep it in one folder, you can go to that folder, there you can see the software. Now I am going to select my 2017 file. See here, now it was changed from Windows to SQL Server 2017. Click OK. Done. So once you just changed the file, now go to the server. Now refresh this PC, refresh it again. See here, now the file is changed to SQL setup. If you attach there that file, you can see in the server D drive, guys. Now we got that server. Instead of, guys, you can do copy paste also. I can directly copy the ISO file from my local laptop to the server, but sometimes it will take time to copy the files between local laptop to the server, or I can simply attach the software like this. Now I can see the SQL software in the D drive. Right click, open the software. Now you can see some supported files, right? So we have to open the setup file. Okay, how to open the setup file? With run as admin mode. Always habituate to open application files as a run as admin mode. See here, out of all these files, this is an application file. Setup file is an application file. You can see type of the file. So you have to open the application files, run as admin mode. So in case of any elevation issues, any permission issues and all, those will be fixed if you open the application with run as admin mode. Now SQL setup is opening, guys. Now you can see here, this is the installation center, this SQL Server installation center. This is very important screen. From this screen itself, you can install the SQL Server. You can upgrade the SQL Server. You can do lot of things using this screen only. Not only in the first session, okay, we'll keep on using the screen for some other options also. So slowly you will came to know what and all options are there in this installation center. So we are going to install SQL Server, right? Go to installation page. These are pages: planning page, installation page, maintenance page. These are different pages. Now you see, if you see here, one option called new SQL Server standalone installation or add features to an existing installation. We can see, right, this option. Click on this standalone installation. There are two types of installations. One is standalone installation, means installing SQL Server on a standalone machine, that is called standalone installation. Second installation is cluster installation, means installing SQL Server on a cluster setup. Nothing to worry about this cluster installation. Later we'll discuss about the clustering and all. Okay, so now we have to choose one option called SQL Server standalone installation. First option. I'm going to install Developer Edition, guys. As discussed earlier, Developer Edition is free from SQL Server 2017 onwards. So most of the features will work in the Developer Edition, and you don't see a big difference between Developer Edition and Enterprise Edition. Both are same only. Only related to the capacity, like maximum supported RAM, maximum supported databases, maximum supported CPU cores. These kinds of differences will be there, but the look and feel, everything is same. Developer Edition and Enterprise Edition. So I'll choose Developer Edition. Next, if you want to install the Enterprise, here you have to select this option and you have to give that key. Enterprise Edition key will be there. This key you can get it from your colleagues. Generally in the organization, they will maintain a separate document for keys and all. From that document you can copy paste that key, so that you can either install Standard Edition or Enterprise Edition. Okay, different keys will be there. Depends on the key, it will install the Standard or Enterprise. I'm going to install a free edition, Developer. Next. 1 minute, just 1 minute. Right. Fine, guys. Right, so any software we will have I accept license terms, right? Select this option, I accept the license terms. Next button will be enabled. Next, and you can see some checks will be there, guys. Okay, go back, I'll show you some checks. Here these are all checks, guys. These checks, it will check whether this machine is suitable for SQL Server installation or not. I said, right, these are all the kind of a prerequisites. See here, .NET Framework 2.0, 3.5. If you don't install .NET Framework, okay, this check will be failed. Sir, what will happen if the checks are failed? All the checks has to be succeeded or warning is fine. If any of these checks out of 9 checks, if even one check is also failed, you cannot go to next. Next button will be grayed out. This will check, the SQL setup will check whether the Windows machine is suitable for installing SQL Server or not, like whether it met the prerequisites or not. So as it met the prerequisites, so that's why all checks are passed. Or warning is also fine, or some checks will be skipped. Okay, but if any failed check is there, even one failed check is also there, you cannot proceed, guys. You have to fix that option and then you can go to next, guys. Select next option. Now this is an update button. So generally organization servers, they cannot connect to internet because of security. Microsoft update, this will help you to update the servers automatically. Okay, but in the organization we don't allow servers to update automatically, and again servers don't have any internet connection to update. So this you can ignore it, you can go to next. Again, product updates and all, I don't want to enroll for product updates, so this was failed, no problem at all. This should be failed actually, so go to next. Now it is going to install some supported files, guys. Now it is going to install some supported files in the back end. Right, see here again 4 checks. Out of 4 checks, 3 passed, 1 is warning. Still you can proceed. Warning is fine, skipped is fine, but failed, even 1 check is there, you cannot proceed. Okay, go to next. Now here, this is very important screen, features. We have discussed, right, components of SQL Server, database engine, analysis services, reporting services, integration services. This is actually that screen where we have to select the features. If you want only SQL Server means you have to select database engine, guys. Database engine, and we have actually 2 types of features here. One is instance features, second one is shared features. This screen actually 2 parts. This is one part and this is another part. Okay, listen carefully. If you want to install only SQL Server for the first time, you have to select instance features and shared features also for the first time. Next time onwards, as shared features, the meaning, the word shared means it will be shareable between the instances. So no need to install shared features every time. Only first time you have to install shared features. Next time, if you want to install one more SQL Server instance, I said like yesterday we discussed. What is instance? Instance means one SQL Server software copy is called one instance. One SQL Server software copy is called one instance, means one SQL Server is one instance. Like that, how many instances I can install in one Windows machine? How many?
50 instances.
Can anyone tell me how many SQL
Nearly
copies?
20 something, bro.
How many SQL copies I can install in one Windows machine?
You mean
36767.
50?
32767.
Sorry,
Okay.
3276.
Okay.
50 instances.
Okay.
50, 50.
50.
50?
49, sir.
Try it, guys. Try it. No problem. I'm happy. I'm very happy that you are trying. Okay. So whether it is right or wrong, you have to try first.
One instance where we can create within the instance, we can create multiple databases.
That's okay. That's okay. So for one Windows server, only one instance we can install.
Yeah, that's what I feel.
Okay, no problem. No problem.
A named instance, I think 49.
Okay.
Default
Instance
one.
only one.
Okay, very good. Fine, guys. So someone said, right, so 50 instances means in one Windows machine, this 107 machine, 137 107 machine, I can install 50 SQL Server copies. in one Windows machine, I can install 50 SQL servers. Sir, in the organization, do we really install 50? No, hardly. We can install up to 50. Okay, but we don't generally install 50 copies in one machine. Hardly one or two, mostly one or two instances. In rare cases, you can see 3, 4, 5 instances in a machine, but you can install up to 50 instances, 50 SQL servers you can install in one Windows machine. So this is my first instance, right? I'm installing now. So next time I want to install one more instance, second time I want to install one more instance. Then first time, like we have discussed, right, the shade features and all. First time we'll select some shade features. So next time, once you select the shade features, next time no need to select the shade features. Why? Because those shade features are shareable between the instances. So only for the first time you will install shade features. Okay, so that is all about your shade features. Instance features, these are specific features. Per instance you have to install. Now you are installing one SQL Server copy, right? So you have to choose database engine. Replication is one feature that we are going to discuss in HADR topics, and full text is one feature that will help you to search the data. These three services you have to install. These three features you have to install for one instance. Second time you are installing one more instance, again you have to install one more database engine, again replication for that database and full text for the database. These are specific features. You can install multiple copies. These are shared features. You can install only one time, like for the whole machine you will install only once. Clear, guys?
So, yeah. So, Sean, does organization practice multiple instances in one machine or one server?
That's what we discussed. So organization practices will be hardly one instance per one
Yeah.
machine. Okay, so sometimes you can see two instances, rarely you can see 3, 4, 5 instances, but they will prefer giving. Why? Because imagine if my application is big, that one application can connect to one database server, right? So how can I manage the second server in the same machine? So it's not like saving the money. It's like the preference is for application. They can invest how much they can, but the thing is, if you keep installing in the same server, there will be a load on the server. Other instance also will eat the memory. Other instance also will eat the CPU. Other instance also will eat the storage. So there will be extra burden on the server. Your application might perform slowly. So that's why they don't generally install 2 copies, 3 copies and all. Generally they will install a single copy. Of course, if it is a non-prod server, as it is not so critical, they might install multiple instances on the non-prod servers.
Copy that, because as you said, that it would be a big performance issue, would not be a
Yes.
good practice. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, so these are specific features that you have to select per instance. Next time if you are installing second copy, again you have to select these features. Third copy, again you have to select these features. 50th copy, again you have to select it. But shared features you will select only for the first time. What and all shared features you have to choose? Client tools connectivity, client tools backward compatibility, client tools SDK, SQL client connectivity SDK. So only for the first time you will choose these shared features. Next time no need to choose. Why? Because those are shared, already installed, so no need to install again and again. And here I said, like, I'm going to tell you how to install integration services. If you want to install integration services, select this option SSIS. If you want to install analysis services, select this option SSAS. If you want to install reporting services, earlier versions, one more option called reporting services, like this, like analysis services, you can see one more option called reporting services. In earlier versions from 2017 onwards, reporting services are separated from installation center, so you have to download it separately and you have to install it. But if customer is asking, hey, I need analysis services on this machine, select analysis. Hey, I need integration services on this machine, select integration services. That's it. Without asking, don't select. If they are going to give you a build sheet, in that they will mention whether they need integration services or not. whether they need analysis services or not. If they mentioned, then only select those features, otherwise don't select. Those are add-ons, extra amount you have to pay to the Microsoft. Clear, guys? Is it clear? Any questions, any doubts till now? Are we good?
Samuk, we should remember this point, like it is showing in left-hand side product key, license terms and all.
No need to remember anything. No need to remember.
Okay.
Just remember what and all features will select. That's it. Those features you have to remember.
Whatever you selected, the same thing will be there, like
The same thing
in
will be there. In the real time. See, real time also you'll install same software developer edition or same enterprise edition. Anything, the process is same, the screen is same, the components are same, the things are same. So nothing to worry. Same screen will be there in the organization.
Fine.
Okay. So where these components are going to install in the C drive. This is the path. So in this path, sir, I want to change the path. Please be muted if you don't have question. Right. So I want to change the path. So yes, you can change the path. You can install these components in another drive so that the components will be installed in another drive. Okay. As of now, we have only one drive, that is C drive. So I'm keeping C drive as it is. Okay. Next, go to the next, guys. Database engine is must, like a car engine. Without a car engine, car cannot run, right? In the same way, without database engine, there is no SQL server. Yes. So this is very important. So here I can see two options: default instance, named instance. Which option I have to choose? So you can choose any option. It's not like default, it's not like named, any option. First of all, what is the difference between default and named? Functionality wise, there is no difference between these two instances. Functionality wise, features wise, there is no difference between these two instances. Then why, sir, we have two instances, two types of instances? Only naming convention will be different, guys. Default instance will take computer name. Default instance will take computer name while connecting. While connecting means when? Let me show you. Yesterday we have connected to one server, right? So let me show you that. I'll show you again. Let me start my local SQL server. I'm just starting my local SQL server to show you guys. Nothing to worry. How to start, how to stop, I'll show you once the installation is done. Okay. So nothing to worry.
It stops sometimes automatically by its own.
Yes, this is my local laptop, right? So that's why to improve the performance, I just set it manual startup type. So automatically it will be stopped. So whenever I want, I'll start it and I'll connect to the machine instance. Right. So while connecting, if you see here, you want to connect to the server, right? So which server you will connect? You will give one server name, right? So if you choose default instance, this server name will be computer name, guys. There is no differences between default and named instance in functionality wise, in features and all features are same in default instance, named instance. Okay, only thing is naming convention. Default instance you have to connect with a different name, named instance you have to connect with a different name. Generally, default instance will take the computer name while connecting. But named instance, you have to give a separate name, guys. Okay, so see, I just connected to my default instance. What is this? This is actually my computer name. How to check it? Open command prompt. Type host name. Okay, you can see here the same name, desktop BAS 28LM. Desktop BAS 28LM. If you choose default instance, it will take computer name as a SQL Server name. If you choose named instance, you have to give separate name. See here, if you see in my services, where are the SQL Server services? Let me open it again. So in the services screen, default instance, named instance, you can see. Okay, so if you see here, this is my SQL Server default instance, and this is my SQL Server named instance. In the brackets, you can see instance name. But for default instance, you can see MS SQL Server as an instance name. For default, if you see MS SQL Server in the brackets, means that is a default instance. If you see any other name other than MS SQL Server, means that's a named instance. So only difference between default and named instance is while connecting. If it is default instance, you can simply connect using computer name. If it is named instance, you have to connect like this, backslash. See here, let me show you. Browse for more database engine. See here, if it is a named instance, you have to give this name, computer name backslash server name. That is the only difference between default and named instance. While connecting, if it is a default instance, it will take computer name. If it is a named instance, you have to give computer name backslash the instance name. Whatever instance you will give, the instance name you have to give, guys. That's the only difference. Remaining everything same as it is. There is no even single difference also between default instance and named instance. Only naming.
So do we have any standard practice? Can I ask my colleagues at the organization, hey, when we install, do we use default or name? So that way
Generally,
everything stays on the same, so we don't have to toggle back and forth.
That's true. Generally, in the organization, first will give preference to default instances. If it is a single copy, first we'll give preference to default instance. Then we'll create named instance if you are installing multiple copies. Okay. So if it is a single copy, mostly you will see default instance only. If you are installing multiple copy, one default instance, remaining all other are named instance.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's that based on that statement, we can tell that the majority of the times would be default. That makes the job a little bit easier for everybody. Yeah.
Why? Because no need to give extra name, no need to worry about what name I have to give. While connecting, automatically it will pop up the computer name, so it's easy to connect and all. Named instance, there are some conventions, naming conventions. You cannot give instance name more than 16 characters. Instance name should start with alphabets only. Only alphabets. Should start with alphabets. Instance name cannot contain special characters except dollar and underscore. Except dollar and underscore, you cannot give, you cannot give any special characters in the instance name. So now tell me, can I give an instance name like this, batch 47 SQL instance? Can I give name like this? Is it going to allow me to give name like this? Instance name started with alphabets, fine. And you should have a numbers and all. Yes, I have a numbers. So can I give my instance name like this, guys, for named instance?
No.
Why?
Space should not be there.
Yes, space is also a special character, guys. Okay, you cannot give space. You can give like this. Okay, batch 47 SQL instance. Sorry, one more space is there, right? Yes. So don't give any spaces between instance name. Okay, space is also a special character, so it won't allow you to give the name. So these are three main important, like what I can say, phenomenon, like this one. What is that? Prerequisites. If you want to give the name of the instance, you have to follow all these rules. You can give up to 16 characters. I am not saying instance name should be minimum 16 characters, up to 16 characters. If your instance name is big, it won't allow. It will allow only up to 16 characters in the instance name. It should start with alphabets only, not like a 47 SQL instance. It won't allow, guys. It won't allow 47. Why? Because it should start with alphabets, right? Here it is starting with numbers. So it won't allow the instance name like this. And should start with alphabets and no special characters other than dollar and underscore. You can give like this. Batch 40 underscore 47 dollar. You can give like this. It's not mandatory to give, but if you want, you can give it. If you want to separate, you can give like this. So now tell me how many instances I can install. 50 instances in one machine. Out of 50 instances, one default instance I can install. Guys, can you hear me, guys? Guys, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes,
now
bro.
we can hear you.
Yes. Now
Yes,
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, fine. Okay, so it was disconnected actually. So one default instance and remaining 49 named instances I can install. So why only one default instance I can install in my Windows machine? Why only one default instance? Why not two? Why not three? Why only one default instance I can install in my Windows machine? Any answer, guys? Any guess? Why only one default instance? Just try it,
Maybe,
guess it.
yeah, maybe it would be a master instances for all the name instances.
No.
Maybe the same version,
No.
two-time installations will be done. Right?
No.
Same name will be there.
Close to the answer.
Because it will take system name.
Okay. So if it took system name, what will happen?
Sir, if I done two installations, the names will be same, right? So there will be an issue.
Correct. So why only one default instance? As I said, default instance will take computer name. So computer name is not shareable. Guys, imagine I have two. Imagine in our class, imagine two Shivas. We have always just while starting the class, I asked Shiva. Don't know which Shiva has to respond. Both are Shivas only. Now we have Shivasai, Shiva, and Shivayam. Three Shivas are there. If I call Shiva, these three people are going to respond. Or worst case, these three people don't respond. One Shiva will think that okay, he is calling another Shiva. So if the name is same, this is the challenge. In the same way, once you install one default instance, it will take the computer name. So next time while installing one more default instance, as computer name is already occupied with one instance, so that name is cannot be shareable. While connecting to the SQL server, if you are giving computer name, to which instance it is going to connect? If it is duplicated, right? Got the point, guys? Is it clear? So that's why only one default instance per whole Windows machine. Is it clear? Any questions, any doubts here, please? Why
No,
only
sir.
one default instance? So computer name cannot be duplicated. So that's why only one default instance we can install. And if you want second copy, give named instance. Third copy, give one more named instance. The fourth copy. So you can give your own names and all for that second, third, fourth, up to 50 copies. Right? So if you see here, this one, yeah. If you see here, default instance means it is not asking any server name, but if you choose named instance means it was enabled. So now you have to give the server name B47 or batch 47. Okay, SQL instance. You can give like this. See here, it is not allowing me to enter. Why? I'm typing, still it is not allowing me. Why, guys?
16 character only we can, I think. So.
Yes. Okay. So 5 2 7 plus 3 10, 10 plus yes INSTAN 16 characters. So it won't allow you if you are typing more than 16 characters. So that's why it's not allowing me. Okay, if you click here, same name will be copied. The same name will be copied. So if you choose named instance, it will prompt you to give the name of the instance. If you choose default instance, it don't allow, it don't ask to give the name of the instance. It will simply install. Okay, but it will take computer name. Fine guys. Here you can see any installed instances are there in this machine. Installed instances currently empty. No installed instances are there in this machine. Fine, go to next.
So if we choose named instance,
Yes.
then the default instance will not be created, or it will be created.
Why it will be created? Tell me. Generally, I'm asking.
Okay, but it's not created. It should
yeah,
not create.
if you choose named only will be created.
Okay.
If you choose default only will be created. So you might ask a question like this: Sir, is it mandatory to install default instance for the first time? Not mandatory. First time or next time or any time, it's your wish. If you want to choose default, you can choose default. If you want to choose named instance, you can choose named instance. Okay,
got it.
Yeah. So next is service accounts, guys. What is this service accounts? So service account, the definition of this service account is service account is an account which will help you to run the service. Service account is an account which will help you to run the service. Guys, if you are installing any software in the Windows server, every software will have its own service account. Let me explain you in this way. Imagine we have antivirus software. What antivirus will do generally? How antivirus will work? Can anyone tell me? How antivirus will work? Can anyone tell me? How that software
it always runs in the background.
Agreed.
I mean, it
Yes.
scans some files and then
Correct.
give you output. Yeah.
So how it will work? That antivirus software will maintain a separate database. In that database, it will maintain some affected file extensions, virus file extensions. Right. So what this antivirus will do? It will scan it. It will scan all the folders, all the drives. It will scan each and every file extension. So if it found any virus related extension files, it will mark those files as virus. Finally, it will prepare a report and it will ask our permissions to delete the virus files. Right, agreed guys? This is how it will work, right? So on behalf of my antivirus software, who is going to scan all the folders? Okay, now you scan all the folders. Now virus found, so it has to delete the files. So who will delete the files? Scan means reading. Who will read the files? Delete means writing. Who will write the files? Who is going to do? Your antivirus will do?
Oh, we will do so.
We means what? We are not going to delete, write any file and all. Will ask just to delete the virus files. So it will delete. It will means that software will delete. Software will delete means who will delete in the back end? You don't delete. Have you ever deleted the virus files? Generally, I'm asking. You don't delete it manually, right? You will give permissions to delete, yes or no. That's it, right?
Yes.
So who will delete on behalf of you, on behalf of software? Who will delete those files?
The software only.
Software only will delete, right? So
Yeah.
software actually can't read the data, can't write the data. Delete means what? Write operation. Scanning means what? Read operation. So software cannot read and write the data. Who is going to do those things? Your service account. So every software will associated with one service account by default in the Windows operating system. On behalf of that software, this service account will jump into the folders, will log into the drives and will check. It will jump into the folders and all, and it will check any virus affected file extensions are there or not. That is your service account. Then how it is related to the SQL Server? What is the responsibility of the SQL Server, guys? What SQL Server will do? What is the basic definition of SQL Server? Basic definition of SQL Server.
I mean, read, write, the
Read the
process.
right,
Right.
yeah, read the data, process the
So
data.
on
and
behalf
generate
of SQL Server, who is going to read the data from the disk?
This service account.
Who is going to write
Service
the data
accounts.
to the disk? Okay,
Service account.
service account only. So your account, actually, if you want to write anything to these folders, okay, you cannot, the software cannot log into these drives or folders, guys. One account should log into these drives and folders. That account is called a service account. Every software will have service accounts. Sir, where to see? Open services.msc. You can see all the service accounts. Each software, as per Windows architecture, each service will have one service account. Should have one service account. If you expand, you can see these are all services, right? If you see the last column, login as field, this is the service account. There are 3 inbuilt service accounts in the Windows machine: local system, network service, local service. Local system, network service, and local service, guys. Where is that local service? So while installing any software, it don't ask. It will, by default, it will select one service account for you. Any software, you are installing one Word document software, it don't ask the service account. It will keep assigning the service accounts to the particular softwares and all. Guys, is it clear? So SQL Server, the duty of SQL Server is it has to read the data, write the data, retrieve the data. So on behalf of SQL Server, who will going to read the data from the disk? A service account. Who will write the data to the disk? A service account. Who will retrieve the data from the disk? A service account. If you don't choose as any service account, it will install a default service accounts. If you want, you can give your own service account, that is called customized service accounts. Guys, is it clear what is a service account? What is service account? Service account is an account which will help you to run the service. Clear? Any questions here, guys, please? Service account. So there are 3 types of service accounts. One is default service accounts, local system, network service, local service. Mostly all the softwares will run on these service accounts only. Second one is customized service account. You can create your own service account, guys. That is called customized service account. Third is virtual service account. See here, while installing, it is not actually asking any service accounts, but you can see here actually account names are there. These are all virtual names. No need to give from your side. No, I don't want virtual name. I have a dedicated service account. Yes, you can change this service account, guys. Browse whatever account name you have to type your account name and you have to click OK. Then it will take the new name. Clear, guys? Service account. What is service account? What is service account?
We used to run the services.
Okay, service account is an account which will help you to run the services. Right, so here I am not going to use any, as of now I don't use any virtual. I am going to use a virtual service account. Automatically you will get this service account, right? I'll use this service account only. I don't use any default service accounts and all. I'll use the existing service accounts only. Okay, so next time for the second installation I'll show you the default service accounts, how to change the service account. Guys, I have a quick question for all of you. After installation, can I change my service account? Is it possible? After installation of SQL Server, can I change my service account?
No.
No, right?
No.
I think so. No. No.
No,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah. So Either I can use virtual accounts or I can go with the custom accounts. Next, for the second installation, I'll show you the custom service accounts. So as of now, I'll go with the default, this virtual service accounts only. So if you choose default virtual service accounts, you don't ask password. If you choose a custom account, you have to give the password. Guys, is it clear? Any issues, any doubts in the service account screen? No problem, you can ask me. Nothing to worry, guys. You might face some burden. Why? Because continuously, like we are discussing, right? So complete technical we are discussing. So you might face some burden, but don't worry at all. It's very simple. Every component I'm trying to explain. That's why you might have some kind of like a burden kind of thing, but don't worry. Try to understand the things. If you are having any challenges, let me know. I'll explain again about the service account.
So can you please repeat the last sentence about the password?
Password, if you are using the default accounts, you don't ask password. If you are using a custom service account, you have to give the password.
Thank you.
Yeah. Guys, any questions? Any questions here in the service account screen? Can I change the service account after the installation? The answer is yes or no?
No.
No.
The answer is yes, actually. You can change service account at any time, but after changing the service account, you have to restart the SQL server. Okay, then only the new service account will apply. So the answer is you can change the service account at any time. Okay, so the answer is yes, we can change the service account at any time. But only challenge is you have to restart the SQL server. Restarting SQL server is a downtime activity. So you have to take proper approvals to restart the SQL server. Once they approved, then only you have to change the service account.
So to change the service account, we have to come back to the server
No.
configuration.
Yes. So here we are not going to use this screen. There is a separate tool called configuration manager, or from services.msc also. See, for example, now I want to change this service. Don't know what is this service, but I want to change this service account. This is currently running on local system. I don't want this local system service account. I want to change it to local service. Go to properties. Go to logon tab. This account, like whatever account local service account you can see, right? So local system account, or this account, a specific separate service account, you can browse it, you can give the name, and you can click OK. Automatically you can change it. So no need to come back to this installation screen again.
I see. So once you change it to take effect, you have to reboot the system.
Correct.
Got it.
Yeah. So this service account is responsible to read the data from the disks, to write the data to the disks. You are going to insert lot of records, right? Where the records are going to be inserted? In the disk only. Who will write the data to the disk? Your service account will write the data to the disk. Is it clear, guys? How important this is?
Yeah, but like, do we change? I mean, is there any inquiry comes in the work environment to request for service account change? I think that's not it. My personal opinion, it's not a good option.
99% will give, while installing itself, will give the service account, proper service account will give it. But later, if anyone, because of security concerns and all, if you want to change it, still you can change it by taking proper approvals.
Got it. Thank you.
Yep. Guys, any questions, please? Not sure how many of you understood this concept, but it's very simple. On behalf of your SQL server, your service account is going to log into the folders. It is going to log into the drives. It is going to write the data or read the data on behalf of SQL server. So service account is an account which will help to run the service. Without service account, without wheels, no car can run, right? The same way, without service account, no software can run in the Windows machine.
So this is the CPU for the server, right?
Not CPU. You cannot treat it as a CPU. It is an assistant.
Oh, assistant. Yes, yes. Agent.
It's just an agent. Yes, exactly. It's an agent. For SQL Server, this is an agent. So whatever SQL responsibilities are there will be done by this account. Okay, guys. Fine.
Here we are giving same name for both agent and
Yeah, you
database.
can give it. You can give it. No problem. You can give
Okay.
it. Same account can work for agent and database engine also. No problem. You can give it. Then you might ask, sir, we have lot of service accounts, right? Why can't we give these service accounts? Why you are giving a custom service account? Custom service account. Generally, we'll give custom service account. Why? Why means we are installing SQL Server for our application purpose. Because of SQL Server only we are creating Windows machine. So Windows machine is created for SQL Server, but here this default service accounts are busy with other services, right? Say for example, in a room, one guy is staying, guys. One guy is staying in a room, separately is staying in a room. So he is having one maid. That maid is coming daily. She is like cleaning the house. She is cleaning the utensils. Whatever work is there, she is completing and she is going. Next, two people came. Like for all these works, she will take 30 minutes to complete those things and all. So I am only the one person in the room. So she is coming regularly. 30 minutes she is completing her work and she is going. Now one more friend is coming to my room. One more person is added. Now two people are there. Only one agent is there. Means one maid is there. Maid is only one, but two people are there. So earlier she used to complete the same work in 30 minutes. Now two people are there, right? She will have extra work, right? Extra utensils, extra cleaning practice. So she has to do everything double, right? So earlier it took 30 minutes to complete her work. Now it is taking 45 minutes. Tomorrow one more guy, third guy is added, but still only one maid is there. Now tomorrow 10 more minutes will increase, right? If services are keep on increasing, the workload is like increasing on the account. So the performance is decreasing. Agreed or not? Tell me,
Yes,
guys.
sir.
Valid, right? So that's why I don't want to give this default account to my SQL Server. I want to give a separate account. Means in my room I have my own maid. Second person is having his own maid. Third person is having his own maid. So my maid will complete my things and all. His maid will complete whatever his pending things are there, work is there, and third maid will complete their third person works and all. So my maid can complete all the work again in 30 minutes. Right? A piece of work she is doing. Fine, guys. So if you want, I can still install these accounts, but what is the problem? You might get performance issues. Why? Because there are three accounts, means see how many services are there. For all these three services, only three maids are there, which is very difficult to manage, right? So I don't want these default accounts. I will create my own account that is called customized service account. You can create your own account. I'll show you in the future. We have a discussion on that. I'll show you how to create service account and all. Okay, guys, are we good? Can I proceed?
Yes, sir.
What is that another one, like grant, perform, volume, maintenance?
Yes.
Task.
This was like it was introduced recently. This grant, perform, volume, maintenance task will perform the volume maintenance where you are going to store the data on that drive. It is going to perform, means that drive is suitable for storing the data or not. It is going to perform the maintenance tasks. Okay, so no need to enable this privilege. Enable instant file initialization by avoiding zeroing of data pages. This may lead to information disclosure by allowing deleted content to be accessed. In case if any data is deleted, you can still access that content and all. So this is an extra feature, grant perform. We don't generally select this option, we don't use it. Like this will what I can say, drive security kind of thing. Okay, the drives where we are going to store the data and all. So drive, it is going to perform some volume maintenance on the disks. Okay, so we don't use this option, leave it as it is. As of now we don't use this option. Second tab, which is collation tab. Collation means language settings. Collation means language settings. What happened? Why it is not? Okay, there we have changed the service account, right? So that's why it is not allowed. Anti-service MS SQL server. This is for agent actually. Let me go back once. Okay, and let me go to next. Still it's showing MS SQL server only, right? MS SQL. Guys, do you remember the last option? MS SQL agent will be there, I guess. Browse, let me check that one. Let me do one thing. I'm going to install local system. This is the default service account. Local system. Local system. Or 1 minute. Or network service. You can choose this also. No issues, guys. You can choose network service also. Okay. Later I'll show you how to change the service accounts and all. Not an issue. Let me go to collation settings. So collation settings is a language settings, guys. What type of language you are going to insert in the databases, like what type of language it is going to accept. So this is a default language setting: SQL, Latin 1, General, CP1, CIAS. Collation settings are language settings, guys. Can I install? This is an interview question. Sometimes they will ask you, can I change my collation settings after installation of the instance? Is it possible, guys? Can I change the collation settings after the SQL Server installation? Can I change the language settings?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Are you sure?
Sure. In properties, sir.
Yeah. So the answer is yes, we can do that by rebuilding the instance. You have to rebuild the instance. By rebuilding the instance, you can change the collation settings. See, this is a SQL Latin 1 general. They will ask you what is the default collation setting. You have to tell the whole text: SQL Latin 1 general, CP1, CIAS. Sometimes they will ask you what is CP1, what is CI, what is AS. CP1 means code page 1, code page 1, CI case insensitive, AS accent sensitive. Okay. I want to install a Chinese language in my server. Click on customize. Select this option. Select this option. Chinese language. Like Arabic language you can give. Okay. Japanese language you want to insert in your databases. Spanish, Turkish. Okay, whatever you want. There is no Hindi unfortunately, but you can see many other languages, guys. You can see some websites will be in local languages, right? So that kind of data they are going to accept, right? So here whatever language you are going to choose, that kind of data it is going to insert in the database, guys. Okay, if you want you can change the collation settings. Generally we'll use the same collation settings for English. For English we'll use the same Latin 1 general, CP1, CIS collation settings. Go to next. So this is an important screen. Windows authentication, mixed mode authentication. Forget about this, guys. As of now there is a concept called security. In the security I will explain clearly what is this Windows authentication, mixed mode authentication. As of now I'll tell you 2-3 lines about this Windows authentication. Windows authentication means if you are a successfully verified user in the Windows level, then that is Windows authentication. Windows level means what? Earlier while connecting to the server, I gave username and password, right? So I just logged into the Windows machine, right? By giving username and password. So that is Windows authentication. Now you all will have a quick question. I guess you might have this question. Sir, Windows guys also can log into this server. They can connect to my SQL server. Is it possible, guys? Windows team can
No,
connect to this Windows server. Network team can connect to this Windows server. VM team can connect to this Windows server. Storage team can connect to this Windows server. So everyone can log into my SQL server, guys. Is it possible?
It
no,
can
sir.
connect to the
it's
server,
not.
but not to the SQL server.
Why?
Because the SQL server, you have to provide the credentials, right? Right now, by default, you created admin and 123, but the top DBA admin would be controlling those credentials. Even the storage team is different. They're not going to log in. They don't know anything about the storage. I don't know anything about EMC enterprises. So that's why the guideline is there. So the credential, they have to request for it, and no one provides those credentials other than the DBA team.
Agreed. Correct, guys. Okay, so here, see, if you see here, okay, in the SSMS, in my local SSMS, I am giving Windows authentication, right, while connecting. Windows authentication means it will verify whether you are a successfully verified user or not in the Windows level. That is one more verification it will do. And not everyone can connect to my SQL server. Even though you are able to log into the Windows machine, you should be part of this security group. Those who are there in this list, these people only can connect to the SQL server, guys. So even though you are able to log into Windows machine, like a Windows guy, network guy, storage guy, still you cannot connect to the SQL server. Why? Because you are not part of this list. Wait, Lord, please. Yes. Please. Yes. Bye bye. Guys, is it clear? Is it clear, guys? So even though you are able to connect to the Windows machine, anyone, even you are a company CEO, it don't know anything. Even though you are a company CEO, you should be part of this list. Then only I'll allow you. Otherwise, I don't allow you. You are a company CEO or a company receptionist. I don't know who you are. If your name is there in this list, I'll allow you to connect to the server. If you are not there in this list, I can't allow you. See here, I connected. If I click on this connect button, you can see one login, right? Computer name /Hemant. So the same login is provided here. See here, as this account is existed in the security list, that's why this person is able to connect. Okay, so don't think like anyone can log into my Windows machine, they can connect to my SQL server. Not possible. Not at all possible. They should be part of the Windows. They should be part of the SQL security group. Then only they can connect to my SQL server. So these two modes of authentication I'll explain you in the security concept. As of now, can I change the authentication mode from Windows to mixed mode later after installation? Now I'm configuring with Windows authentication. Can I change it to mixed mode later after installation? Try it. Yes or no? Just try it, guys. Just try it. No problem. Try it.
Yes.
Yes, we can do that.
I guess yes, yeah.
Okay, so yes, we can change the authentication mode from Windows to mixed mode to authentic. In the organization, generally mixed mode will be enabled. Why mixed mode? I'll tell you. Okay, in the security concept, you will get. I'll show you the concept by just drawing the things and all by pictures. Using pictures, I'm going to explain this topic. So who can connect to my SQL server? You have to add here As of now, I'll add the current user. Current user means who? Who is the current user? Administrator. Okay, I just logged in as an administrator, right? So you have to select this option. Otherwise, even though you install a SQL server, if no one is able to connect to the SQL server, what is the use? See, now this is the thing like this. Okay, so in the home, you should have a key if you want to open the door of the home, or else someone from inside the home has to open the door. Either you have to open it from outside using a key, or if someone, at least one person is there inside the home, he can open the door, right? So at least if you add one person now, this person can give access to others. Okay, so at least you have to add one person during the installation. If you don't add anyone, it don't allow you to proceed, guys. At least one person you have to add. This person can create access to others, right? Agreed? Once this person is inside the server, this person can create, I can connect to the server using this account, administrator account. Then I'll create multiple logins for others to give the access. Is it clear, guys? Is it clear? Any questions here, please? Fine. So at least one person you have to add here, guys. So this person will give access to others and all, in case if anyone wants to access the SQL server. Data directories. So where I'm going to store the data. Okay, it is saying like I selected mixed authentication, right? It is asking a SQL login password and all. So I can give any strong password, guys. I can give any strong password, but I don't want to use mixed authentication. I'll use Windows authentication only. After installation, I'll show you how to change from Windows to mixed. You should know these things, right? So initially I'll install with Windows authentication. Later I'll show you how to change authentication mode from Windows to mixed mode. Okay, go to data directories. So where I'm going to store all my data files and all. So I'm going to use C drive. As of now, I have only one drive, fixed drive, that is C drive. So everything is going to be stored in C drive only. Okay, forget about these things, guys. Again, during the installation, second time, third time, I'm going to install. Okay, so in the Active Directory setup and all, there I'll explain completely. So in the organization, generally we'll store the files in different drives. User database directory will be E drive, log directory will be L drive, like different drives will be there. I'll explain about this drive architecture later, guys. Okay, fine. So as of now I have only C drive, right? Keep it as it is, don't change to any drive, keep it as it is. TempDB is a separate database which is very important database in the SQL server. So there is a separate class on TempDB. What is TempDB, how it will work, what it is going to do, everything I'll explain. So as of now it is asking TempDB configurations, keep it as it is, no need to change it. File, it will automatically pull these settings, guys. So nothing to change, no need to change here. File stream means if you want to enable this video content, Netflix, AHA, Disney Hotstar, these are all video based apps, right? So if you want to store video based content, you have to use this enable file stream option. If there is no video based content and all, you can just leave it as it is, no problem. Okay, so guys, are we good in this screen? Any questions, any doubts, please? Is it boring?
John, like, would you be able to provide us a course context that going forward when we're going to talk about a little bit more TempDB or
Of course.
directory?
Yes, you will get
Yes,
it.
if you can share that with me, so I'm,
You will get it. Yeah, you will get it.
okay.
Yeah, no problem
And
at
there's
all.
another thing that I am taking notes, right? Do you have
I'll provide the notes. I'll provide the notes. Nothing to worry. But again, I suggest you to concentrate first. Later, when you are free, you can prepare a notes.
Correct. So that's why I've noticed that I'm just diverting away a little bit when I'm taking notes on default instance, name instance, server,
Yes,
service account. So right now I can stop that. You're gonna provide me those notes, right?
definitely, man. Definitely. As I said
Okay,
earlier,
all right.
I'm going to provide you. Nothing to worry. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Fine, guys. Okay, so we came to an end, guys. Nothing to worry now. Okay, we came to an end of the installation. Go to next. That's it. This is the final screen. Now, whatever options we have selected, whatever things we have selected during the installation, everything will be like it is going to prepare a query. This window will prepare a query, guys. This window will prepare a query. Okay, so when I click install button, that query will run in the backend. So where the query is going to be stored in the configuration file.ini. Whatever things we have selected, lot of things we have selected, we gave default instance name, we gave collection settings, we selected the drive structure, we gave login details, right? We gave a lot of things, right? Everything will be like you can see here in the last screen, you can see all the settings and all. Finally, your Windows installation center, the SQL Server installation center will prepare a query and it will keep it inside this file configuration file.ini. When I click install button, this file will be pulled inside the command prompt and the query will be executed and it is going to install the SQL Server. That's it, guys. Don't worry at all. We'll keep discussing other components as well regularly. So don't worry in case if you miss one or two components. If you don't understand anything also, it's fine. We'll keep on discussing the same concepts in the future, guys. So nothing to worry. So try to understand, listen watch the video again and again. You will get a clarity. So generally we don't take this much time. Hardly it's like a 5 to 10 minutes time. Installation is 5 to 10 minutes. Next, you will choose some options and next you will proceed. But you should know, right, which option will do what kind of activity and all. You should know the importance, you should know the impact of each option. So that's why I tried to explain each and every option, guys. But don't worry, if you don't understand anything, watch this video again and again. And again, if you have any questions, you can ask me later. Also, you can ask me what this option will do and all. Okay, fine, guys, are we good? It will take 10 to 15 minutes for the installation. If you want, you can wait, or if you want to drop it, you can drop, guys. So again, we'll meet in the next Saturday. Okay, so we are going to meet on the next Saturday, guys. So we'll discuss other things as well. Like after installation, we are going to discuss about the databases and all. So again, we are going to discuss same kind of installation one more time. Okay, good.
Sure.
Any questions?
And are you going to, because you mentioned yesterday that this recording would be installed, uploaded elsewhere, like a Google Drive, in addition to those 4 classes in the past that was in the YouTube.
See, initially I don't upload videos in the Google Drive. So initially your source will be YouTube playlist, batch 47 playlist, till further communication. Later I'll tell you later after 15 classes and all, I am going to upload the videos in the Google Drive and I'll give access to your Gmail IDs. Yeah. So till further communication, keep watching the batch 47 playlist in the YouTube classes channel. So you will get the videos there itself.
Okay, Sanmuk, like can we get this voice software and
you will get it. You will get it. You will get it. Those who enrolled for the course, they are going to get it by tonight itself.
Okay.
So we'll get full material from your side, Samuk, right?
Of course, yes.
So do you recommend anything like to us just as a download the developer version to our just basic Windows itself to just play with the installation?
Not required. I am going to provide, right? So you can simply download it from my links and you can start working on it.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And if
So,
possible, one more update. Okay, if possible. So next weekend I might go to some pilgrimage place, guys. Okay, so if possible, if I am not available on Sunday, I'll take the same class on Friday. So might be only for the next week. Only for the next week means coming week. The classes will be on Friday and Saturday, guys. Only for the coming week. Remaining other weeks same as it is, Saturdays and Sundays only. If there is a chance,
so
Okay, I might take
So
extra class on Friday, coming Friday and Saturday, guys.
And I think we should skip for the 31st, right? At the end of the year.
yeah, and
Is
24th.
it?
We'll
Yeah.
see, we'll see, we'll see.
Yeah, 20
Christmas,
because
Christmas.
we are off here, Christmas and New Year.
Do you need holiday?
Yeah, but because we have holidays here.
Yes, yes, yes. Agreed, agreed,
Yeah.
agreed, agreed. Totally agreed, guys. We'll see. No
So
problem at all.
yeah, please.
No
Or
problem.
you
Yeah.
can do the same like you're doing like
Yeah,
next
yeah.
week, you know.
I can for the
Yeah,
next
yeah.
week also I can take extra class on Friday, so I'm going to arrange it. Okay. So nothing to
Yeah,
worry.
yeah,
I'm going
please.
to I'm
Yeah,
going
yeah,
to
yeah.
I'm going
Otherwise
to
we will not able to take, you know.
correct,
That's the
correct, correct.
problem.
I'm going
Okay,
to
all right.
adjust the dates. Okay, fine. No issues, no
Okay,
issues.
sir.
I'm going to
No.
I'm not
So
going to skip the class. I'm going to adjust it on Fridays. Okay.
So, sir, do you want me to do you want us to download the virtual box and all those things, or
Everything. Yes, you have to follow as it is as per the videos. Okay, you have to
okay,
download Oracle VirtualBox, or else I'll provide the link. You can download it from my link as well. No issues. Okay.
okay, no
Yep.
problem. Thank you.
Remaining
So
everything you can download it. Yes.
we wait for your direction.
Definitely, man, definitely. Now the
Yeah.
next course of action will be those who enrolled for the course, you will get the meeting link and notes. Okay.
Yeah.
So remaining people, you have to enroll, then only you will get it. So those who enrolled for the course, you will get the note links, guys. You will get two files initially. One is a software links notepad. Second one is whatever we discussed, the versions, editions, components, that notepad. You will get these two notepads. Okay, those who enrolled for the course. Okay, so the next course of action within
Perfect.
a I guess hardly in 15 to 20 minutes you will get these links, guys. Nothing to worry.
Okay, thank you.
So
Yeah.
this will include the OS server
Yes,
folder
yes,
as
yes.
well, right?
OS, you will get one Windows server. You will get two SQL servers 2012, 20, sorry, 2017, 2019. One Windows server, Windows 2012 R2, and one VirtualBox link.
Thanks.
Yep, yep, yep.
And then we can proceed, right? Then we
Yes,
can.
yes, yes. You can go to the SQL DBA classes channel. Go to batch 47 playlist. Again, like in the morning we discussed it, right? Just to open
Yeah,
that,
I got it.
that was already uploaded, guys. The morning class was already uploaded, so you can simply
Okay.
go to that video and you can keep practicing the things.
Fine, fine, fine. Thank you.
Sean, like, is there any reason you have chosen Oracle VirtualBox versus the
Only
Microsoft
reason, yes,
vSphere?
yes. Only reason is Oracle VirtualBox is a lightweight process that you can create a small machines also. If you choose VMware, the machine size will be big. You need more RAM, you need more storage. Okay, generally our personal laptops won't contain that much of RAM and all, right? So that's why I choose this Oracle VirtualBox, which is a lightweight process.
Oh, okay. Because in the real environment, the SQL Server, it'll be always the Microsoft VMware they're going to be using. They're not
Correct,
going to
correct,
use,
correct. They
right?
are
So
going to
that's
use
what I wanted to see
VMware,
if you
but
have any little bit exposure on this, what we call the VMware by Microsoft, is it a
see,
vSphere?
that's what I'm saying. In the organization, whether they are going to use VMware or VirtualBox or Hyper-V, we don't do anything with that environment, right? We don't even access also. We don't have access also to create VMs and all. Okay, so that backend can be anything. At the end of the day, we are getting machine or not. Got the point?
Yeah. I mean, just wanted to have a little
Yes,
exposure. Hyper-V, I never
yes,
had an
yes,
exposure to it. VMware,
Yes,
Oracle VirtualBox, yes.
yes.
our role start from the SQL Server
Correct, correct.
installation.
So
Yeah.
your journey starts from the SQL
Yeah.
server. So the
Yes.
Windows machine will be ready. Who is going to ready? What tools they are going to use? That we don't want. Our main goal is whether we have Windows server or not. How come from where we are getting? That's a different thing. That's the headache of the Windows team and all. So nothing to worry whether it is a VMware or Oracle VirtualBox. The output is at the end of the day we are getting server or not. That's it.
Okay.
Yep. So if you want, you can wait for 5 to 10 minutes, guys. If you want to leave, you can leave it. Okay, so no problem at all. So just wait for 5 to 10 minutes. This is going to be completed, and then you can see like how it will be. Yes, Prasad. Next class will be on Friday. Yeah, Nitin, you can leave it. You can leave. No problem. Just 1 or 2 minutes. We are going to close the session. Wow. Aja baby. Aja baby. Aja baby. What are you doing, Aja baby? Sorry guys, I'm so sorry. I thought I was on mute.
Are you talking, sir? I guess you're in.
I'm so sorry. I was in mute. Okay, guys. So make sure this is the last screen, guys. Okay. So make sure all the components are successfully installed or not. You can see here. Okay. All the components are successfully installed, and you can see this message: install successful. Okay. So make sure, like especially the database engine is successfully installed or not. You can see here. So just to show you the screen, I asked you to wait, guys. So now the installation is successful. I'm going to close this window. So that's it. This is how we can install the SQL Server. Okay. So again, one more time, I'm going to show you. One more time, I'm going to show you like how to install SQL Server. Next, if possible, next weekend I'll show you SQL Server 2022 installation, guys. Okay, fine, right? So that's it for now, guys. Good night, good day for all of you, and we'll meet again on the next Friday, and we'll continue the discussion, guys. Thank you all.
And good night, Samuk.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Good night,
Good
sir.
night.
Good night.
Good night. Yeah.
So good night, sir.
Yeah. Good night. Good night.